Welcome to episode 3 of building my lottery winner's car for the price of the lottery ticket. Today, the sun's shining. I should really be welding, but I'm not. I want to make you an episode about paint. This is the kind of paintwork that we have on the car at the minute. You see it's all oxidized and faded and white, and with a little bit of effort, we're getting it back to that kind of finish there. So in this video, I'm going to go through and show you exactly how I'm doing this. Wash all the paintwork with dish soap. Normally you wouldn't do this with car paint because it strips all of the wax and any protection that is on the paint to start with. However, for what we want to do, it's perfect because we don't want any of that waxy protection layer on there at all. So if I wet that again, see it goes a reasonably red colour, and when I start to dry it, it'll go back to sort of a pinky white. But that indication that when it's wet it does look red means that we will be able to polish this up. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use some of this G3. I'm going to use it on a waffle pad on the end of the drill, which if you were doing this in a body shop or whatever, you might use a DA or a proper machine polisher. My DA isn't very happy at the moment and I don't have a machine polisher, so this is what we're going to use. Machined, you just give it a wipe and you end up getting back to this fantastic bright red polished surface. Top of the rear bumper before it's been machine polished. You can see how terrible that paintwork looks, all faded and pink, and if you look around here, it's almost white. And this is the bumper top now that it's been fully polished. You see there's still various imperfections, such as that little mark there, but the overall appearance of the paint is an awful lot more red than it was previously. And this is the back of the panel, which has been similarly machine polished. And this really shows the difference in the paint. This bumper on the left here is the rear bumper, which has been machine polished, and this bumper on the right is the front bumper, which has not been done yet. And there is a massive difference in the shade of red that those two panels are. So as you can see, one of the elements that's really going to need attention is this roof panel. Now it's been painted white, underneath is the original red. Now I don't know what it's been painted with, but I suspect it's something like gloss paint. I think we're going to end up having to paint it. We've got various spots of welding to do on the roof panel anyway, but just entertain an idea I've got. I just want to try something. So you can see that with that machine polish, the paint, the original paint, is actually underneath there, and it's nice and smooth and shiny. Now I've just done this for the purposes of demonstration. Obviously I'm going to paint this roof section, but just to show you what is possible, and that you don't have to be too scared of going at a red paint finish or a single stage paint finish with a machine polisher. Now if you remember in the previous episode where we painted the tailgate, we lay down several coats of primer and then several coats of top coat. So what we're doing when we're polishing the paint is we're cutting through that top layer that's been exposed to the elements and the environments over many years to reveal fresh, clean paint underneath. And provided we don't cut all the way through to the primer, we will get back to a beautiful, highly polished finish, which actually looks like factory paint. And this is the front bumper now that we've machine polished that, and we fitted the grills that we painted in the previous episode. See, the red paint is looking lovely and shiny in the evening sun there. So that's it for this third part of building my dream lottery winner's car for the price of a lottery ticket. This is the kind of paint finish that you can achieve with effort, basically. Like I say, there's nothing to be scared of with paint, especially not the older single stage paints where there's no lacquer on the top of it. As long as you're not going to go hard enough to actually burn through the paint, and if you can get a decent paint match, if you do, of course, you can always repaint it. But it is possible to rejuvenate some paint that actually looks really, really ruined, especially with reds. You find that reds turn pink and then turn white. You cut that top layer, like I say, that top layer of dirt, you cut through it and expose the fresh new paint underneath, and it will come back like it's like new paint. I promise you, there's nothing scary about it. You can get really, really good paint back without having to actually resort to painting a full car. So here I am, I'm sat in the door of a car at the minute, loving this interior. This is one of the most fun things about the Dorna Delta. We get this fantastic Blaupunkt Boston head unit with a cassette player and an FM radio. I've never had this working, but I'm told that it does. But it's one of these from the era when radio theft was quite bad. But, you know, people would smash windows and take car radios. So what the answer was, they would give you a pull handle, so you could actually pull the entire radio out of the dashboard and carry it with you like some sort of miniature briefcase. I'll give you a really, really quick look round because it's kind of full of parts at the moment anyway, but you can have a quick look around at what it's going to look like. And I hope if you're enjoying this, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you on the next one really soon.